They wed in a small celebration in front of 30 friends and family.
Tammy Slaton just got married to a man named Caleb Willingham out of nowhere, and now we're all pretty curious about who Caleb actually is.
In late October, Caleb proposed to his now wife.
And what I managed to find out about Tammy's new husband will definitely surprise you.
So seeing my struggles, he's kind of used to it.
Caleb and Tammy got married on November 20th, 2022 after getting engaged in October of the same year.
The couple met at the rehab center and eventually fell in love there.
We know that they met in rehab in Ohio.
He makes me happy, and I can honestly say this is happiness.
But I don't want to waste any time, so here is the deal. According to his Facebook, Caleb is originally from Indiana, and it seems that he was most likely born in Evansville, Indiana. He then lived in Newboro, Indiana for some time, and although his About section on Facebook still cites that that is his current home, this might not be up-to-date information out there. We obviously know that nowadays Caleb is in Ohio, but before he moved to the rehab center, Caleb actually made a post that he was moving, and he said that due to some circumstances, he was moving from Newboro to Connorsville, Indiana, and Caleb made this announcement on his Facebook in January of 2022, and while it's not clear if he actually ever made the move to Connorsville, this does still give us some idea about when he and Tammy might have met, and we know that Tammy checked into the rehab center around, towards the end of 2021, and she then had some serious health complications and spent some time in the hospital, but this was when she first moved there, and based on Caleb's Facebook post, it doesn't seem like he was in Ohio at the time. If he was planning on moving from Newboro to Connorsville in January of 2022, his move to the Ohio Center must have happened sometime after that, and I have no idea if he ever actually moved to Connorsville or if he went straight to Ohio instead, but he and Tammy probably didn't meet before February of 2022, and this means that they most likely got engaged after only 8 months of knowing each other at the most. And ever since the news of their relationship broke, people have been pointing out how this might actually be a good thing for Tammy, because an insider talked to The Sun about their relationship, and they said that Tammy and Caleb's relationship has been pretty great so far. The insider shared that they were happy that Tammy and Caleb met in person and weren't dating online, and apparently the two of them have a lot of the same struggles that they can share, and they've supposedly been a huge support for each other in rehab, and it's been awesome to see. And based on Caleb's Facebook page, this would actually make a lot of sense, because there is one thing that's clear from all of his posts, and that's that he's been struggling with his health for a while now. In one of his posts from 2021, Caleb revealed that he'd been diagnosed with diabetes, but that's not all, because Caleb has also openly talked about his depression, and it's clear that his health issues have been both physical and mental, because towards the end of 2021, Caleb apparently spent a lot of time in the hospital, just like Tammy, and from his posts, it seems like he was in and out of the hospital a lot during that time, and even spent weeks there. And in one post that he shared around New Year's of 2022, he admitted that the previous year had been really difficult on him, and he said that at this point his life was on the line. It wasn't new year, new me. His situation got so severe that it was more along the lines of new me or no me, and he assured everyone that he wasn't going to give up though. And from this, I honestly think that he must have been checked into rehab around February of 2022, because it's been clear that he'd been struggling for a while, and I just can't see him getting treatment much later than that. And one of Caleb's Facebook posts from the summer of 2021 also revealed that Caleb had been living in a nursing home, and this was made pretty clear after one of his friends organized a fundraiser for Caleb after some of his property got stolen from the home where he was in the hospital. And the fundraiser was successful, and Caleb even thanked everyone for their generous donations himself. And if there's one thing that's clear from his social media, it's that even though he's been through a lot, he has a lot of people around him who care about him very much. And Caleb also seems to be close with his family, and on March 8th of 2022, he made a touching post celebrating his father. His dad had sadly passed away, but Caleb decided to post something on what would have been his dad's birthday anyway, and he shared a post of him and wrote about how much he missed him, and he also wrote that he knew his dad would be proud of the moves he was about to make. And I wonder if this meant that, he was going to rehab then, or if he was maybe referring to his relationship with Tammy. But like I said, this post was made in early March, so either of those is a possibility. And Caleb also seems to have a very good relationship with his brother. He shared a selfie of the two of them together after his brother came to visit him at the hospital, and other than that, Caleb is also a supporter of the Black Lives Matter movement, and he overall just seems to be a pretty nice guy, and this is good news for everyone that's been worried about Tammy and their relationship, because we all know that Tammy doesn't exactly have the best relationship track record. She was previously with the BBW King, aka Philip Redman, and that relationship was really bad for her, but things just seemed different with Caleb, and after the two of them got married, Tammy talked to People magazine and made a surprising announcement. She said that, we all knew me as Tammy Slaton, but now you'll all know me as Mrs. Tammy Willingham. And she also said that their wedding day was absolutely perfect, and there was apparently a lot of love in the room. And when it comes to Caleb, she said that he was her best friend, and that she was happy that she got to literally marry her best friend. And the two of them seemed really sure about their relationship, and that much was clear when they got married just a couple of weeks after their engagement. And Caleb proposed to Tammy in the parking lot outside of the Ohio rehab. They actually got married in the rehab center as well, which is pretty sweet since this is where they first met. And as far as we know, both Caleb and Tammy are still in the rehab center, and we don't know when they'll be, moving out of there, but we do know some of the stuff about their future plans. And right now, the two of them are planning to live together in Kentucky, and Caleb will reportedly move in with Tammy after they leave the center. And we also get to see more of their relationship on the show, and it's been said that we'll see a lot more of their romance in the newest season, which did start on January 17th, and hopefully we'll finally find out when and how exactly these two met and how they first got together. And I can't wait to see how all this plays out and to find out more about Caleb himself. But anyway, what do you guys think? Are you excited for the newest season of 1,000-Pound Sisters? And do you think that Caleb might actually be good for Tammy? Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below.